Welcome to our channel where you will learn how to save hours of your time every single week. Hi everyone and welcome to our channel. If you are someone that manages projects and tasks, tracks completion status by email, quit doing that. You are increasing your chances for errors and creating more work for yourself and your team. Here's a very simple way to manage your tasks with SmartSuite. So to get started, you can set up a free account in SmartSuite and then go into my workspace, click add new solution and create from scratch. You can name it whatever you want. And the app one here, you can rename it to tasks as well. So you have this as your company name. It can be whatever really. And this is just a really simple setup to get you started. Again, you can build on top of this as deep as you want, and you can get really advanced and be able to automate and streamline a ton of your workflows, a ton of your processes. If you have further questions or want to get a little more advanced, feel free to reach out or schedule a free consult in the Calendly link in the description below. But to get started here, I will show you in a few minutes how to get a task management system set up for you and your team. So you can add new members to this. You can invite other employees or team members via the member directory. You click invite members, that's all you have to do, and then add their email address and they can create a free account as well. But to get started, to build it, the template or the default view here is pretty close to what you need to get started. We'll do a couple things. So go up to fields to display and select description, and you can drag this over closer to the start there. Right click here, go down to add field to the right, select the text field, and we can rename this task name. You can rearrange all these fields just by clicking and dragging. That's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. Bring in the status and the due date up to the front here. And the last thing, the title, we will rename this. So you'll just hit the drop down, go down to modify field, and we will change this to auto-generated. And we can rename this task ID. And we can bring in the task name, space and a dash, and we can bring in the created date as well. First created on, and update that field. So that's pretty straightforward. So now for any tasks that you create or that you need to track or manage across your team, you can go in here, click add new record, and then you can go in the task name and say create invoice, do a description. You can set the priority for it as well. The other thing within the priority, and you can do this for status, as you can see, it's already set up the default. When you add a new record, comes in as backlog. But in the priority status, if you want most of your records to be the normal priority, you just go into here, defaults, and select normal from there. So every task that you add will have a normal priority unless you change it otherwise. So from here, what you can do is add a assignee. So if you have more team members within your directory, you can assign who's responsible for each task. So I'll select myself from this list for the time being, and you can add a due date as well. So if I want to create this invoice and send it to Bob for the end of the week, I can set my due date as Friday. And as you can see here, it shows it's due in 4 days. And let's say tomorrow, if I want to go ahead and start working on that to let everyone know that I am in the process of completing that, there is some defaults in the status. So you can set this up to be whatever you want. You can add additional statuses as well. I'll get rid of the ready for review. And we'll just have the backlog, meaning it has not started yet. We'll have the in process and complete. So let's say it's tomorrow. I'm going to start working on the invoice and have it ready to send out at the end of the week. And just go in here, select in process, and then that way the rest of my team knows that I am working on it. So you can add as many records as you need to, or as many tasks as you need to. Again, we'll assign this one to myself. This is going to be due maybe the following week. And this can be create new marketing campaign From here, there's just my work button at the top. So this will show you anything that is assigned to you that has a status and a due date set up. So let's say, for example, I'm late on this. We'll change this date back to last Friday. So it will show that I'm 3 days late, 3 days overdue. And if I go up here to my work, you can see I have overdue. This is today, if there's any assignments up for today, and this is upcoming and later. So right from this view as well, I can change, okay, I'm overdue on this. I need to start working on a marketing campaign. I can let the rest of the team know that it is now in process, or if I've completed it, that's fine too. And you can also from this view change the due date if that is required. But as you can see, I changed it to complete, so it disappeared from that view for me, and it has marked it as complete here. The last thing that I will show you is by grouping. Go into group, you can select status for each record that is created. The grouping will be set up by in process, complete, and backlog. So if I create another record and it's in backlog, it will go into its own grouping field so that it is easy to see where the status of each record is at or each task is at. I know for many people, often we track things through email. That's definitely not the best way to do it. And I know we like sending emails back and forth, asking if something has been updated or something has been completed or where the project is currently at. And if you have multiple team members invited to this solution, then it will make it way easier to be able to search for themselves to see where things are at. You can add conversation or in the communication center, add little updates or call on other people to maybe add some input to that specific task. And so that's just getting started, what you can do with SmartSuite. But this is a really quick and easy and simple solution for you to get started to start tracking your tasks a little bit better and being able to add some more context for each team member. So that is it for this video. Stay tuned for many more and feel free to reach out if you have any questions.